Welcome back, Sirkov. Well, the ICO dropped, and things are about as chaotic as I expected. An established player base that has had the infantry mechanics completely overhauled right in front of them is smashing full force into a new influx of players excited to try the new, more challenging experience. In the past, squad free weekends have seen new players swarm servers, but this is different. I've only managed to play a handful of rounds so far, but it has been a beautiful show. It's obvious there's a lot of newcomers out there. Case in point, I spent a couple hours just exploding noobs' heads, and I'm really not that good of a shot. Honestly, I started to feel bad. There's no MMR in pubs, and it made me realize that the ICO changes, combined with the speed the game plays at, is a terrible learning environment. So the point of this video is to provide some easy tips to get newcomers through their first dozen rounds in hopes of expediting the learning experience so you can get to the good stuff. This video is going to avoid mechanics and nitty-gritty nonsense in favor of practicable things that you can put into a game right out of the gate and improve the experience. Defend points / don't be cannon fodder. Mentioned previously, attacking is hard. You're far more likely to get your head popped by not taking a good path. Playing on defense will help even the playing field for you, and help mitigate your poor shooting skills. An assaulting force typically benefits from catching open flanks, and if they've moved well, they'll have the element of surprise. Now, with the ICO, their mobility will also hinder their accuracy, and if you're playing defense, this will help tip things in your favor. Find a good building, or a good bit of cover, hide, and observe and wait. Keep your nose in the map and know where open sections are, areas where there are no friendlies, so when enemies do move into the area, you'll hopefully see them first and you'll know they're enemies. And nothing feels quite as good as getting the drop on an enemy squad that doesn't see you. You will be attacked. Just bunker down and keep your eyes out. The buddy system. If the squad's not playing well together and things are disorganized, find a veteran and stick right beside him. I mean this literally. Find someone in your squad that seems to know what they're doing and say, "Hey, I'm going to be your shadow this round." And then basically look over their shoulder for the rest of the game. This will do several things for you. A, you'll pick up on how they position themselves and how they find cover and how they move around. Not being seen and shooting the enemy first is kind of a big deal. Follow their footsteps as they run and take note of the pathing. 2, you'll pick up on how they react to contact. Things can go from quiet and relaxing conversation, shooting the shit, to unfiltered chaos in exactly 1 second. When things pop off, you'll experience something called battle blindness, which is a euphemism for the confusion that you experience when you have no fucking idea what's going on. Being next to an experienced player will simplify that process for you. D. The hardest thing right out of the gate is identifying friend from foe. Shadowing a veteran solves this problem entirely. Shoot at what they shoot at, and then blame them for the team kills. Keep it simple. Grab a medic kit. Leave all the fancy kits aside for now. Adapting to the flow of the game can be tricky. It plays fast, and it feels bad when you get stomped. Playing as medic does several things. 1, it'll keep you tethered to your squad, and there's power in numbers. B, you'll be contributing positively, despite still assumedly being a terrible shot. And 3, it'll force you to key into the ebb and flow of firefights. Did Steve just go down? Ish, they're close. I need to keep my rifle up. Versus, I think Steve just cleared that building, I'm going to start making revives. You'll start to distinguish the sounds between rifles, you'll start to listen for footsteps. Successfully pulling off those risky revives can be super satisfying. All this and your squad will love you. People actually tend to say thanks for revives, which is all too rare in most games. Get a mic and ask questions. If you're not playing with a mic, you're fucking up. If you're new, you'll do more listening than talking for sure, but asking questions is key. You'll find most people want to help. Ask stupid questions. If you're confused, say, "What's the objective?" If you hear gunshots but aren't sure where to be looking at, ask, "Where are they coming from?" The confusion that sets in can be frustrating and off-putting, but it's just part of the learning curve. Learn from others when you can. Watch your silhouette. This is also called skylining. Stay low and avoid hilltops or rooftops. Nothing says, "Please shoot me," like giving the enemies a target against the bright, clear afternoon sky. Give your camouflage a chance to work. obscuring your silhouette by sticking to foliage and bushes and tree edges when you can. It's really that simple. On a round yesterday, I had a full enemy squad literally almost step on me. I was facing the other direction and caught one of their first 2 point men, and I turned around to see 3 enemies within arm distance. They didn't see me at first, and I had just finished a mag, and I had time to switch to my pistol and pop one of them. It was hilarious. Find a server you like. Try new servers, prioritizing low ping. And every time you find a good SL or have a really great game, remember that server and revisit it sometime. Over time, you'll be able to narrow down which servers are more your tempo. The meta and the community is in total flux right now, but in time, communities will organize themselves around servers they like. You'll start to recognize players and make friends. You'll start to see the same heli pilots and commanders. You'll know which squad leaders are fun to play with, and it just overall improves the experience. But the only way to get there is to keep sampling the wares. Take breaks. I'm thinking of making a more in-depth video about this, but basically, when squad is at its best, it's somewhat of a firefight simulator, and firefights are stressful. Slorgs makes jokes about getting PTSD from good rounds sometimes. Mental fatigue is real, and if you're fried, you're going to play worse, and when you play bad squad, you get your head popped, and that's not fun. Avoid the downward spiral, and play in short bursts when you're fresh, and try hard. This game has a huge disparity between, man, that was a great game, and, oh my god, fuck that rise above. And that does it. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps some people. Oh, and hey, I saw that cute thumbs up button over there looking at you earlier. You should go say hi. Maybe give her a nice comment.